Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are still having a great day. Well, I am back with a super cute A2 sized card box. Y'all stay tuned. So in the earlier video, I demoed how to make these beautiful, beautiful Easter cards. And I told you guys that we would be making a box to hold these cards because they are so cute. They need a special box. And that's exactly what I have for you. And I'm also working on more A2 size card boxes. So that way you guys will have plenty of options on box types that you can use with those beautiful A2 cards that you guys love, love, love making. So here's the box style that we are going to be making today. Isn't this absolutely the sweetest, the cutest, the most stinking cute little box for holding A2 cards? And I love the topper here that says follow the bunny. He has the chocolate. So when you open this up, you can see that my little closure here just sort of overlaps. And on the inside, this box is designed to hold 4 A2 cards and envelopes. But based on the amount of room that's still left in here, you can probably get a set of 6 in here very easily. So I have a magnetic closure on this, keeping it nice and tight. And you can see just how cute and simple this box is. Our boxes don't have to be over the top elaborate all the time. This simplicity works. So let's get started on making it. So to make the box, I have a cute little cut apart that I'll be using as the flap closure. Then I have a piece that measures 4.5 by 5 that I'll be using as a decorative front. I have a strip that measures 7 by 3/4 that will also be used as a decorative front on the flap. I have a scrap piece of chipboard and I will be mounting this to that. And then I have a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. So we are going to start with a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and we are going to score at 3/4, at 6 3/4, and at 7 1/2. Now let's rotate it to the other 12-inch side, and we're going to score at 5, 5 3/4, 10 3/4, and at 11. And now we need to fold and burnish our scores. So let's make sure that we get some nice tight burnishes on this. Okay, so once we have all of our score lines burnished, we are going to lay the paper down, and you will see that we have a section here that is not as long as the section here. So the long section here is the bottom of our box. And the strip here on the end is our glue flap. So what we need to do is we need to remove the corner piece here, and then we will cut across all of our tabs. So I am simply going to remove this corner piece, and then I will do slight angles to release all of the tabs across the bottom of my box. And then when I come to the end here, I am just going to angle in slightly, just like that. So now when I flip this the other way, and so the glue flap is here, we're going to have a small rectangle and then a long rectangle. Let's go ahead and remove both of those. So I am simply going to cut down and remove these two. Now we are going to have these 2 long panels here. Let's remove those. Okay, so once the two long panels are removed, we'll have these two squares here. These are tabs, so now we need to go in and just release those tabs. Just like that. And then we'll do the same thing here. So let's cut down straight first, just to get the tabs released. And then we can go back and do just a slight angle on those tabs. Just like that. So now we have our box ready to be put together. So what I'm going to do when I put the box together, this is my glue flap, so it is going to attach here. And that means that where it attaches, that is the back of my box. So this is the flap that will come over the front. Let's take the flap on the opposite side, and we're simply going to fold it down just like this. And all we're doing at this point is just making our box a little bit stronger because we're not using chipboard. So I am going to use my tape runner to close this. And I got a question about when do I use my tape runner versus glue or double stick tear tape. And I would use my tape runner for things like this. I never use my tape runner for load carrying projects such as bags and boxes that might have a handle or big boxes that I'm using chipboard on. I wouldn't use a tape runner for that. I would use glue or double-sided tape. My preference when I'm making a box or a bag that's going to carry some weight, I typically use glue. Okay, so now that we have this down, you can see how this is starting to come together. So this is going to close. This will fold over. So before we actually close the box, I want to go ahead and place a magnet. So I am going to place my magnet right here in the center. So once I have my double stick tape peeled up, all I'm going to do is just take a little piece of scrap, place it on the inside just to cover that magnet. You could probably also just leave the double stick tape on, but I just decided I would take a scrap, cover the magnet. This piece of scrap is never going to be seen. So now what I am going to do is I am going to just come down on this piece right here. I am not going to do anything on the flap section, just on this piece. And I am going to very carefully just angle in a little bit because I don't want this piece as wide as I have it. And it won't be perfect, but it'll be good enough. And I'll do the same thing over here. So as I'm coming down, I am just angling in, just like that. So now when I close my box, I am going to have just a slight angle on both sides. So let's put it down like this. And now we're going to place our decorative piece that measures 4.5 by 5. And that piece will always go on the piece where the flap was folded in. So to do this, I am going to use my glue. And I could use my tape runner here, but I am just choosing to use glue because it just happened to be right next to my arm. Try not to be so messy. Now that I have my glue on this, I'll bring this back in. I am going to get this positioned down. Try to get it nice and neat. And then I'll use my paper towel to spread the glue. And then I'll use my bone folder to really get that glue stuck in. So now you can see that we have a cute little front to our box. And now we can go ahead and put the box together. So I am going to fold over my glue flap, place my glue. So now I can join my two ends together. And I'll use my bone folder just to get that stuck. And guys, you can see that we have a flat fold that we can make these up and just store them away until we're ready to use them. Okay, so now we've got this part done. So all we need to do at this point is open these up, fold these two in, place some glue, And then we're going to take that back flap, lay it down, and then we'll take the front flap, place glue on it, and get it stuck down. All right, guys, so once we have our box like this, we're going to go ahead and fold over the top, and I am going to bring in my second magnet and just let it find the first one, and then I'll bring in my strip that measures 3/4 by 7, and I am just going to place glue on that. So now we'll get this stuck down. So I'm just going to put it down like this for right now, and then I'm very carefully going to lift it up because I don't want that magnet to move. And now I can get everything stuck down. And I will use my finger blade just to trim off that excess. Now I can fold this back over. My magnet will catch, my box will close. Now we get to finish this off. So I am going to take this little bunny here, place some glue on the back, and get him stuck down. And basically all I'm doing is making a piece of chipboard ephemera. So I'll get him stuck down. I'll use my ruler, place my ruler right at the edge, use my finger blade to cut this little cutie out. And then once he's cut out, we are just going to place him right there. So to do that, I am going to use glue and place my glue all over the back. I will get him stuck down nice and cute, and I'm going to lift this piece up so that I can really get him straight. And then to finish it off, I am going to make a very quick bow, nothing fancy. And I'll put just a little heat to this, and it's just to melt those fibers so that it will not unravel. And I have placed just a little bit of hot glue on the back. I am going to put that down just like that. And now you can see that we have a gorgeous, gorgeous card box to hold the cards in this set. So I am simply going to scoop these up. And so I will put our cards on the inside with our envelopes. And just like that, guys, we have a beautiful little boxed set of cards. We have this one, and then we have this one. And I think that they are just so stinking cute. And so easy peasy to make. So guys, I hope that you have liked this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. Those of you who aren't subscribers to my channel, but you did enjoy this video, go ahead, hit the subscribe button now. Y'all have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.